Hey everybody, welcome back. In this episode, we will be changing the theme, installing some plugins, and choosing a template to start customizing our new WordPress website. And also, before we do that, I want to check in with the boys because there's a big commotion over there.
Hi, I'm Zero. Excuse me, without me you wouldn't even have a system. I should go first. I'm the foundation that makes everything happen. The zero nobody gets excited about a bunch of zeros. I bring the power. You're such a switch. Fine, we'll do it. Can we just do the intro, please? Welcome to today's episode. Today's episode is about welcome to Widgets.
I don't know about you two. What am I going to do? You guys got to learn how to get along a little better. So in the last episode, we bought a domain. We loaded WordPress on that domain. And this episode, I'm actually going to switch so you need to go to your domain. Oops. You go to your domain and type /wp-admin after your domain in order to log in. There we go. And for some reason, this is critical to have written down the name and the password. Oops, making typing mistakes. That doesn't help. Okay. All right. Yeah, let's update that. Okay, now we're back in the dashboard. On the back and on the front, I'm gonna right click on Visit Site and open this in a new tab. So on the front, we have this standard blog that came because they installed 2025 theme, I believe it is. So the first thing we're going to do together is get in your dashboard back here. We're going to go to Appearance, click on Themes, and you're going to see that this 2025 is the current active theme. So we're going to go up here to Add Theme, and we're going to do a search if we have to. If this Astra theme doesn't show up on your Add Themes, then type Astra in here. Okay, and it will show up. So what we're going to do is we're going to install Astra theme today. Going to click on that. Take us a few minutes. You don't have to use the Astra theme, but we've decided that we're going to make a commerce, just a small store. So once that downloads and installs that, you're going to hit activate to activate the Astra theme. All right. And you should come up with this. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do is we need a template for this. So there's a couple of ways here. So I'm going to try something here. We're going to try this. We're going to go to plugins first. Okay. And we are going to we're going to click this button up here so that it selects every one of these plugins, okay, to start. Sorry, I'm kind of going backwards here. And in this action, we're going to hit deactivate, click apply. Okay, they're all deactivated. Now we're going to click this button again to select all of them. And in this, we are going to delete and hit apply. And hit OK. There we go. And now we're going to hit deactivate this site search engine optimization. Deactivate that, and then we're going to hit delete. We're going to delete that. And OK. There we go. There are no plugins. Okay. This gives us a clean installation. I don't know what I had downloaded in here before. Obviously, I had a WordPress installation. But if we start this way, then we know with our Astra theme that we're only going to install the absolute minimum. We want to try to keep this as clean of an installation as possible. So we're going to click on this Start Building Now. And it's going to activate our Astra theme, and it's going to ask us some questions about how we want to do this. Now, you can go total AI here and build this with AI, but we're going to start the classic starter templates and build it with templates. And also we're going to learn how to use Elementor, because I think it's the easiest editor for your WordPress. So we're going to click on Elementor, and that's going to sync all of these starter templates for us, okay? And because I have decided that it would be easier, we're not going to get crazy with the WooCommerce. So if you're not selling anything, it's not going to be too much out of the realm for you. But in here, you can type whatever kind of website you're trying to build. So what we're going to put in here is a shop, because we're going to build an online, just a little sample of an online store where I'm going to sell, because this domain is called notjustwoods.com. So obviously we're going to be selling some wood products, but also some other products that aren't just wood. And you can see that there's all sorts of shops that you can start with. And then there's tons of businesses, personal care, local, professional, like photography. And you can follow this tutorial along to learn how to use Elementor and do whatever template you want to use. But we're going to use, if I can find it, we're going to use this organic shop, because I think it's one of the easier stores to get started with. So I'm going to click on this. You can pause the video and take some time and determine which template you want to use. But for this video, I'm going to use this template to start with. So in the beginning here, we can use this customization to change the theme colors. You can see it starts with greens. Here's a different green, some red, pink, this color. I kind of like this brown a little. Don't really like the background color. Let's see. Yeah, maybe I'll just keep it the green for now. And then I also want to change my font. Watch these fonts change. You can see it changes the whole theme, the font. I'm going to this one. I kind of like that theme. Kind of like that font for this theme. Here was the original. Oh. Maybe I'll keep the original on that too. I like it. It's bigger. Yeah, let's keep that. That's just Open Sans. Meriwether and Open Sans. Yeah, that works. We'll leave that alone. So we're just going to continue. you can play with these, and we can come back to this. This is not, you don't have to do this here, but we're going to continue. Okay, and select the features that we want for our website. So we do want WooCommerce, page builder, yep, contact form, yes. This SEO, it's going to put this search optimization back in, which is fine. If you need the appointment bookings, I'm not going to. Website emails, we get this. You get this for free with your domain. And with the form, I'm going to show you in the tutorial how to set up an outside like Gmail on this form. So you can click this if you want, but I'm not going to. I don't need live chat on mine. So I'm just going to continue. This is going to put Elementor, WooCommerce, the cart for WooCommerce, variation swatches. I don't know what that is, but this is going to put all of these plugins back in. And I hit continue, and I'm going to go with my name. You don't have to fill this out now. I can show. I've already shown you how to change that email. And then this is just fine. Yeah, that's fine. Submit and build my website. All of that stuff can be changed afterwards. It's not super critical, but right now it's installing the plugins that we'll need and the contact form plugin that we'll need and everything else that comes with the Astra. Something went wrong. Cart flows failed. Okay, we'll try that again. Not sure what's going on there. Okay. Maybe they needed that information for the... Yeah, I think that's what it was. It wanted me to fill out who I'm building it for and what it's going to be or whatever. While that's doing that, we're almost there. There we go. Congratulations. 41 seconds. Let's see what it looks like. So here's what you're going to have. Basically, it's exactly what we were looking at in the template. Just going to scroll around and look. So up here, this should go right back to the home page, the logo, yeah. And then there's an about page. Not too bad. It's got all of the links in the footer down here in the bottom. Just want to browse around. So the everything page is basically the shop page. And groceries, I think, is part of the shop page. It's just another shop page, okay. Juice must be another one. So they've put their products up here on the top. And then the contact page, yeah, that needs the form added. We're going to do that later. Okay. And if we go, let's refresh this. Okay, so I got two. So I can go back to the dashboard here. Excuse me. Why this is going so slow. All right, so I went back to the dashboard back here. So once we're in the back end of the website, we're back here, we're logged in. This is our dashboard. We've got the Astra theme loaded, and there are several different ways to start customizing this. So I want to just show you real quickly that you can go to Appearance, Customize, give it a second, and all of your customization tabs are over here. Okay, let's go back. You can also go to Astra Customize. That's going to take you the same place as Appearance Customize. Or the third way we're going to show you is to go to Astra Dashboard, which is not the WordPress dashboard, but it's another dashboard. If you click on that Astra Dashboard, you come up to this. And this is the first thing we're going to work on today, is the site identity customize. So we're going to click on that. And basically it's taking us back to this same customize tab for the other two ways, except for it launches us right in site identity. Okay, so this icon is this little icon up here that loads when you go to your website. This little icon is going to load up in the menu bar up here. So we're going to change that. I am going to upload. I think I have a folder in here for this website. Give me just a second. And then I'm going to explain to you, yeah, there it is. So, here's a logo. Just want to see how big that is. I think that's a JPEG. So you can go to any of these free, just do a Google search for free logo maker. I think Canva has a free, I think maybe that's where this came from. Select that. Yeah, I think this was made for free on Canva. And this is just a JPEG, which means that it has a colored background. Gonna crop this, make it as small as you can for this logo. Oops. Okay. Because we're using the JPEG version of it so that it comes up here. It's going to show up here as our any of the websites that you have launched. We're going to publish that. But you can go to Canva and sign up for a free account, and you can get that. So now let's refresh this and see if it changed that logo up here on the thing. It should have. There it is. Okay. So now we have our logo up there, but we still have our logo here from the template. So we're going to go back to this, and we're going to click, what's this, site title and logo settings. There we go. So we want to change this now, which is this logo up here. You can either click on this edit and it'll take you right to here, or you can do it from over here on the side. We're going to change the logo. And I'm going to upload a file because I have a PNG version of this that I want it to be clear background. I don't want a background color. I want, this should be the PNG of it right here. And we need to crop this. Okay. And there's our new logo. Okay. Like I said, you can go and do a Google search for free logo maker. I think Canva is a good place to open an account. It's free. You don't get a really good quality SVG file that you need for sizing it back and forth, but it's certainly good enough for what we're doing here today. And that's, I believe, where this came from. And then if you want to make that bigger, you can make that bigger. If you want to make it smaller, you can make it smaller right here with this slider. Okay, we're just going to kind of leave it. Just going to kind of leave it there for now. That works. We're going to publish this, clicking on that. And then we're going to view this. I'm going to go back here, refresh this page, and that should have our new logo. There we go. Not just woods. Okay, and now you can see this title up here is messed up. It's calling this my blog, and yours should be the same thing. So we're going back to this editor. We're going back. And we want the site. There's the tagline. Here's the title. I'm going to change this to the same thing. Not just woods. And then you're going to do the tagline. There. I'm just going to put we sell other things too. Publish that. And then we're going back to this page here and refresh. And you can see that my title for my site just changed to Not Just Woods. Okay. And we have the icon up here on the tab, and we have the logo here. So now we're going back to that, and you can click back out of this logo. We changed our site title, tagline, the logo, and the icon. Okay. So then we can go back out of the header. The header is this whole section up here. This is called the hero section here, but this is the header. So if we want to change whether the person's account shows here, the cart, we can change those things right here. You can see this. And we can change the menu as well. What menu it shows here, and it actually links to the menu builder, but I like to do it somewhere else. I'm going to show you that. So we have to decide what we want up here for items. So we're going to go out of this, but this is the customization tab over here. Remember, we came from the Astra customized link up here, and we went to site identity. Then there's the header and the footer, the color, typography, button, options, layout. But now we're going to work on the actual menu. Go down to appearance, menus, and here's your menu that's across the top of your header. So I do want to keep the about page. I think I want to have, I'm going to change the title of this to shop. And then I'm going to, if I grab this and move this over, it makes it a secondary menu under everything. Same thing with juice. So that's going to make those items show up underneath there. I might even add a new page. Let's see. For now, we're going to save this. I'm going to show you what we did just now. Actually, let's change this navigation to the title to shop. Okay. Close that back up. And then I'm going to have let's say wood products for now. And then I'm going to have fabric products. Okay. And close that back up. Okay, so you saw what I did. I grabbed these and moved them. See how they were over here as a main menu item. And I grabbed them and I put them in underneath shop so that they're going to be a secondary. We changed some names around. That's not, might not even keep those like that. Let's see. We'll save this menu. Okay. And then we're going to go back to our page and refresh. We're going to see what happened up here. So now I just have a shop with wood products and fabrics that are under it, and the about and the contact. Okay. So I'm not sure if I'm going to leave these named that, but I think I am going to leave my shop up there. Contact's good. About is good, but I think I want to add a home link for this home page. I think that's the only change that I'm going to make to the menu. But we're going to go back to the dashboard. We're still on menus here. So I think first we're going to go up here to pages. Let's see what our pages are. Okay, so something has to be the front page. So here's my home front page right now. So it is called home, which is fine. I just need to link in my menu to this page instead of, it just doesn't have a menu item for it, but we can create that. Again, we're going to go to appearance, menus. We're going to go back to where we were with the menu, and then I'm going to click view all, and then this, click on home front page and add that to the menu. Okay, and it's right where I want it. I could drag it, position it wherever I wanted to position it, but it's right where I want it. I'm going to save that menu. We're going to go back and check again, refresh, and it should have added our home. There we go. And it's colored to tell you that that's where you are, is on the home page. Okay, so that's how to add a menu item. We added home, which is this front page, and we made these secondary menu items by dragging them underneath, and we changed the names of those. Getting some feedback here. I thought I heard something ringing. That's horrible. So we have a new home link. We're going to keep the about page. Oh, and there's one other thing that I'm going to add here. We're going to do this again, okay? We're going back to the menu tab and I'm going to view all. I don't see it. So we're going to go up to post and see what posts this came with. So it came with hello world, it came with test. What we're going to do is go to pages. I'm going to add a page. Okay, we don't need that. Title's going to be blog. Okay. And we're going to publish that over here. Hit that twice. Okay. We're going to go back. And there's our blog page. Okay. Now we're going to go down to settings, reading, and your home page displays a static page for home, and the post page, we're going to make that blog page that we just made. That's going to show our blog posts. I'm going to save, and here's how many posts that will show on that page. We can change this to however many. And I'm going to just do an excerpt from each of the posts on that page when we get to that. But this, you want your static front page is going to be the home, and the post page blog, we're going to save changes there. And then we're going to go back. I'm going to refresh this. And you can see we haven't added that blog to our menu yet. So we're not getting that page to show up here. But that's what we want to do now. Is we want to go to appearance again, menus. And there's our menu that we've built so far. And what we're going to do is view all and blog. I'm going to click on that and add it to the menu. There we go. And also I like to run my blog page the last item, so that put that right where I want it. You can again drag that wherever if you want that to be up here next to home. That's probably the least important item on the menu for me, but we are going to use a blog. I'm going to show you later on how to incorporate your Facebook account and your social media so that you're getting people to drawing people from your social media to the website. That's what I use the blog for. But anyways, we're going to save that menu. And then we're going to go back and refresh. So you can see it wasn't here magically. there's our block. Okay. So if you have any questions, leave them in the comments on the actual menu. We changed the icon up here, and we changed the logo and the site title as well. We customized our menu. Not sure if these names are going to stay. Plus, I want to see what happens when we click on that because I don't have any pages. Oh, we kept it the grocery. There we go. Which is probably a good thing. So let's go back to our pages. Let's go back to... So we can just edit these. Okay, so it did leave these as shop pages, which is awesome. And you can add as many as you want. I'll show you how to do that as well when we add some more shopping categories, I guess you would call this. So for right now, we got juice and groceries. But this is easy with Elementor to edit this page. Okay. So our menu is pretty well straight. That's what I want. I want to go back to pages and see what these grocery and... So those are product pages. Those are not actual pages. That's being linked. We're going to do that in the next part of the series. We'll start working on the products. Let's look at this home page. You can, if you click on the edit, the home page, it's going to allow you to change the title, the featured image. But we're going to go up here to see, this is the block editor, which is a little bit hard to grasp if you're just starting with WordPress. So we're going to go up here to edit with Elementor. And you can get to it by clicking on this page. We click page edit and then edit with Elementor. See, it's going to leave the... And I'll show you in a minute another way to get to this. So here's your first taste of our editor, other than the customization tabs that we were working on before. So it shows you some stuff that we don't really need. Okay, so this is the structure of this page. If you click on this container, it's showing you this was our header up here. So you're not gonna be able to do this in this section. The very first container is this here. So if you drop this down, you can see there's 2 more containers inside this container. So that's how Elementor works, is this is a container. There's another container here and another container here on this first section. I'm going to close that back up. The other thing I want to show you is if you hit the X on this to get it out of your way, that way you can see the entire screen. You can load that again by hitting this structure. This icon right here puts it right back. So I move that around. You can grab this thing and move it out of your way and move it around, but more times than any, I just close that knowing that I can come over here and open it right back up again. Okay, so know that this highlights that container when you hit this edit button up here, and then when you hit this edit button here, it's showing you that this is an image right there. That's what this section is on that container. And see what I mean about this being in the way. And if I edit this section over here, you can see that's another container that has an image. It has a heading, has an info card, and it has a button. Okay, so that's how Elementor works. And it's best if you click on this edit over here. Like if we want this icon, we want to change this, it's best to click on this edit image and then choose the image over here. It's going to show you, there's the image that's installed right there. I'm going to X out of this because I don't want to change that for now. I'm just showing you how to close this, how to reopen it, how to drag it out of the way, and then how to change any of these. So if I click on this edit pen, it's going to bring this best quality products, which I kind of like. The only thing I don't like about it is I'd like to center it. So if I hit style, hit center, that moves that to the center. And then if I want to edit this right here, then here's the, you can see the Laura Ipsum standard generated text. So you can highlight that and delete it. You can delete it one letter at a time. So I don't need join the organic movement. I can go up here to the title. And change that. For now, I just want to show you how to navigate around these. We're going to start customizing in a minute, but I just wanted to show you, excuse me, Elementor and how to get going. The only thing, I want to change this. I'm clicked on this icon for edit. Here's the content. It's a default button. You can see the button. The style, I can hit the center. I like my stuff to line up like that. And that changes that. And in order to keep those changes, we need to publish this. So we're going to hit publish. It's going to change those. And then we're going to view the page. But we have the page open so you can view it from here. You can save this as a template if you get a page that you want to repeat and not have to go through all of the, I'll show you that later too. But we have our page open. Thought we did. Yeah, we have it open here. So we're going to our home page. And you can see the button move to the center, this move to the center. That's all we changed so far. So that's a little bit about how to edit that with Elementor. It's not that complicated. Once you get started, you click on this. This is showing you that there's this is full width, flex box, direction of the items. That's this whole entire section. So to edit each individual, this is an item, and we're going to change this in a minute. So I think what I'm going to do, yeah, let's change this. Let's choose this image. And I need to hit upload files because it's not any of the stock. I want to change these out. Select files, go to where you have your images on your computer. And what are we going to put in there? Don't know how big this is. 193, that'll work. You have to be careful on your image size. I'm going to have a whole video on that. You don't want huge files here. 192 kilobytes isn't too bad for this size-wise, considering this picture is 1920 pixels by 1088. That's not huge. And I'll show you a link a little bit later on where you can go to optimize your images. Today we're not going to get too much into. So there's a table set that we're going to use for our website. Coffee table and end table set, so we could change this to let's see. Okay, rustic reclaimed wood, and then here you could do okay, and you can best quality products, rustic reclaimed wood. Let's change that to. I don't like the way that. Okay, that's fine. I'll publish that. So if this was like your featured item that you were going to sell the most of, or just something that in general that displays what on your home page, you kind of want this to be something that catches them and keeps them here on the website. For this tutorial, we're gonna use this for now. And we publish that so we can go to here, see the old image that they had for food in this. We're gonna see the changes that we made. So there's our front page. I think I'm gonna get rid of this and this eventually, and maybe even change the color of this now that we're getting some color here. Okay, kind of liking this. I do want to due to the fact that my logo is brown and most of the images that I have to start with here are going to be a wood tone. So I'm going to go to customize. You can go open the dashboard in a new window. We can go to remember, we can go to Astra, customize up here, or we can go to appearance, customize down here. So let's go back to this Astra customize. Okay, and the global colors, background color. So that's the global. Let's see if we can get a global color change. Default. Style 2 I don't like. Style 3. I don't like style 4. I don't like. Oh boy. Okay. I guess we're going to do this. Let's go to buttons. Background color. Don't want that. We're going to change this to a brown. You can see the buttons changing over here as we're changing this. So I don't know if I want to go darker brown. I'm going to try to get it. Yeah, I think I'm going to stay with something a little darker. Kind of like that. Okay. And I want a different icon here. I don't think there's, yeah. What's this? Let's see what this does. Well, we got our buttons changed. For now, I guess we're just going to go with that. Don't know what that accent changed. What color did we change that button to? Let's go back and see what that is. What is this color? So this was our hex number 664011. We can copy this. I think that copies it. And then we can go back to our accent. And we should be able to paste this. Yeah. Then that changes that to the same as our button. Our accent color is going to be the same as our button color. I'm going to publish that. Go back here and see how we got the green and the green up here, I think. Well, at least we got the button. Ooh, and then the hover colors. We got to change the hover color for the button. So going back, buttons. So we had the background color to the brown. We're going to do the hover color. Going to make that a little less brown. Actually, if we paste this, Control V, and then I'd like to just drag this up to make it a lighter color. So it doesn't have to be there, kind of subtle. Okay, so I pasted I went here for my hover color, and I Control V, because we had that in our clipboard. We copied it from the button color. I went to that, so it makes it the same exact color, and then I just drag this straight up or this way or wherever you want to. I like going straight up. Gives it a little subtle change. Okay, publish that. So there we've taken care of the button from our customize. I don't like this and I don't like this, but we're going to I guess we're going to go back to the header. So go back up here, just keep going back until you get out to this customization menu, and we'll go to header, which is this up here, and we're gonna do so there's the cart. That's showing the icon that is our cart. We're going to change that to a shopping cart. And then where's our color? Design. So there's general, there's design. Here's our cart color. So we went from general, we changed from the basket to the cart. You can do the purse or shopping bag, I guess that is. So I'm going to use the shopping cart, and then for design over here, here's my cart color. And I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to paste my button color in there. Control V for Windows. Command V for Mac, I guess. And there's my cart color just changed to match that. What else do I want to do? Let's see what how about the menu? Got some colors here. Text link, hover. Let's change our hover color. And then what was this? Active color. Let's change that to our brown. Control V. Oops, what did it do? Okay. So here's our active is brown. And then let's change our hover color to our brown. And then we're going to drag that up here. Now my hover color, I'll make it pretty bright. So there's okay, so that's how you do that. I'm going to publish that. Don't know about my icon for this guy. So general, it's an icon. This is for people signing up to create an account. You can have icon or avatar. I use icon. Design part, it's pretty much black. We're going to change this to I'm going to change that to the brown as well and publish that. So the only thing that I really want to do is get rid of this icon color here. So I'm going to, I'm in Elementor. Kind of wanted to go to, there we go. Let's refresh that. So now we have our button, our cart, and our icon up here, plus our menu now has the different color. Active is that color. Hover is this color. I could actually change that to, I kind of like the hover color for active as well. So I'm going to go back to customize. header, primary menu, design. This was hover for this, right? Yeah. So let's make that here's my hover color. BE 7925. You can also type those in. So that made my active the same as my hover, as you can see. I like that. So this shows you how to get around a little bit, how to do a few of the edits. Let's go back to our page. Refresh this. Yeah, that lightens up the active, which link we're on. So if you go to about, I like that. I don't like all of these greens. I've got to get some images prepared for changing some of that stuff. And then see what happened to our blog. There we go. There's our blog page. We need to change these colors from our green. And then our shop. There's groceries. So we got a lot of work to do to convert this over. What happens when we hit this shop now? Where's that taking us? That's taking us nowhere. Okay, so we're gonna have to link this to the item, or to the rustic reclaimed. Maybe we'll make that products instead of just that table. That way we can go out to a page that has all of the options for rustic reclaimed wood. So in order to do that, where are we here? We're in Elementor. So I just open that page up in Elementor by going, get out of here. So if you're here on the page viewing the page, just go up here to edit with Elementor, and that'll load you into this same this screen. You can see I'm in, once it loads Elementor editor, then it's going to be on the same screen as that. See, I'm the same screen. Okay. And then again, this is the section. We're missing our section editor thing, so you can click here. See this? But it always puts it right in the way. I want to edit this wording again. Click on edit. It's showing you that that's called an info card. And you want rustic reclaimed wood. And I'm going to go I'm going to get rid of. You can do this over here as well, but I like to do all my edits over here on the side. And then down here, let's do rustic reclaimed wood products for every room or office. There we go. Okay. So you can shut that, get that out of the way and see what this is going to look like. If you want to see got to publish every time we make a change. We want to publish. I really want to get something different here. So there's a couple ways of doing that. I do want that centered. I like my stuff centered. And yeah, I can take those and change the color of them. I really wish there was a way to do that in here in our customize. Oh, another thing we can do on this episode is work on this footer as well. So you can see that it did copy our navigation menu to here. These are okay. I guess let's just change our icon. So there's our image. And we're going to replace this. See what that's going to look like. I think that'll show up okay on the black. Maybe not as good as theirs. Let's see. So hit replace image, and then we're going to try to find the PNG, the clear one. We cropped these. So this is the cropped PNG. You can see this is PNG. That's going to have the clear background, whereas this is the uncropped version of it. And this was a JPEG, JPG. So these have the colored background. I wonder if, let's go back. We'll try the JPEG. We'll try the cropped JPEG to start and add to widget and publish that. Oh, that's pretty cool. It's a little big, but what is this down here? I think we're gonna just delete that. They let us delete that. So, where's our copyright? Okay, so we're working on widget 4. I guess this is widget 4. What's this one? Still part of widget 4. So we can get rid of let's put something in here. Okay. Okay, so we change that. And the other thing I want to do is this copyright. Oh, which is fine because it's coded to tell the current year in the site title. So our site title should be Not Just Woods. So it should say copyright 2025, Not Just Woods. That's fine. So in order to change any of these quick links, we might get rid of locate stores because we're not going to have let's get rid of this. Let's remove that locate stores. And then you can no more about us, we can put the about page here. And visit store. What did we make our store? We got all of these. Yeah, so where does that shop page take us? Oh, there is a shop page. So here's the link for the shop page. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to go back to where we're editing here. We're going to put that. I'm going to put that shop page in there for this link for visit store. And we're going to publish. How about let's connect? How about let's connect. We're going to go back to the contact page and see what that says up here. So that's just /contact too. Okay, we're going to copy that. And we'll go back to here. This is our let's connect link. I'm going to paste that in there. Okay, so publish this. And then if you're going to have a privacy policy, shipping details, coupons, terms and conditions, you'll build those pages out and link these. You would click on this edit and then do the same thing once you get those pages built. Link this to your privacy policy, shipping details, coupons, terms and conditions. It's the same thing once you have a page. Just go to that. Once you have a page here, just go to that page. Okay. Where were we? Somehow there we are. Okay. So yeah, we were editing the custom menus in the bottom here. So we published that. We're good. We can go up here and refresh. I'll show you what that did. Okay, we're going to home. Scroll down here to the bottom. Here's our new, we got our logo down there now. I don't know if I want to leave this. And then we got some space issues here we got to deal with. But this should be working. And then more about us should take us to the about page. Oops, it can't because, great, we don't have an about page. Where is this? We do have an about page. So we're going to copy this. I guess I wrote about in there. Again, we're going to edit. Know more about us. And we're going to put, no, I didn't put, I'm going to put the about page in there and publish that. See if we fixed it. Know more about us. Click that. It should take us to the about page. Yeah, it does. Okay. And visit store. Click on that. Takes us to the shop page. Cool. Let's connect. Should take us to the contact page. It does. Okay, so we fixed those. And then, like I said, do the same thing over here. You're going to have to build pages for the privacy policy. Yeah, it just takes you to the top. They just have it linked to the home page, all of these. So you have to build those pages out. We'll do that later. We'll fix that. But for now, we have our navigation up here. We have our cart. and change the color of that. This should just take us to the home page. I think by default, yeah. We change the button color. That should be everywhere now, the button color. All of them should be that. All right. And then when we come back on the next episode, we're going to continue to build out this. I'm going to change these. I'll show you how to, I guess we're going to have to download some kind of icon. But before the next episode, I'm going to figure out how to change that and change this, maybe get rid of it. And then we'll do some more customization on this homepage in the next episode. And we'll start building our actual shop products, pages, and the about page is pretty straightforward. If you edit it with Elementor, you can change the images, the text, the heading. You can, whether you want these in here or not, you can put a product here. This is I think it's going automatically between a few images. It's like a gallery. Oh yeah. So you can put some products on them. We'll work on that in the next episode, and we'll get the contact page working we'll add a form in here for people to fill out who they are, where they're coming from, and what they want to know for information. And then we'll also do we'll do blogs in another episode. But that's it for today. Basically, to recap, we let's go to the dashboard here. So, appearance themes. Oh, here's another thing we can do today too. Let's click on 2025 theme details right here. Click on this and delete this. We don't need that. Same thing here, theme details for 2024. Click on that and delete it. Cleans that up a little bit. And the same thing with 2023. Click on theme details and delete. Okay, so now we just have our Astra theme that we're working on. Okay, and if you go to appearance themes in the dashboard over here, then because this is our only theme, it allows you to get to customize widgets, menus, starter templates if you want to start over and put a different template in, but I wouldn't suggest doing that. So that we changed this theme, we got Astra. We did go to the starter templates. Let's click on this, see what this does. Okay, and we went through and selected the classic starter templates. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to mess it all up. But we eliminated, before we did this, we went first to our plugins, and we got rid of all of the plugins that came with our installation of WordPress. We clicked on this and deleted all of them, deactivated all of them, and deleted all of them. Then we went to our appearance themes, and we went up here and added the Astra theme, and we clicked on the starter templates. We picked the shop template that we were going to, and then we came into the dashboard and started working on customizing the different ways that you can get to the customize. We went to Astra Dashboard and started working on the site identity. Clicked on this customize. And we changed our icon for up here on the bar. And we also went to title and logo. We changed our logo This was a PNG, and I'm going to link in the description below to my blog post, and I'll show you the link to Canva, where to go to get a free logo. Just sign up for a free account with Canva. And then also there's another website I'm going to link to for removing the background, because I don't think Canva's going to give you a PNG. I think they're going to give you a JPEG file. And then I'll show you where to go to remove the background from that to make a PNG so that it shows up like this and doesn't have a square colored thing around it. Okay, so we did that. And then what else did we do? Then we went to the header builder and we started customizing our header. Okay, so this up here was our menu and our cart and our icon for that. So that was the all of the things that you can customize this with up here. You can drag these in and out of here too as well on this bottom, but it's just easier to do it over here to make the changes. So we did that. And what else did we do? We came in with Elementor on the home page. We clicked on the home page and clicked Edit with Elementor. There's a bunch of different ways you can get to that. Let's see. You can view the site from over here where it says view the site. You can click on this, and once you're in here you can click on Edit with Elementor there, or you can go to the dashboard and you can go to pages, all pages, and one of these is going to have front page right there. Our home page has front page, so you can click on Edit with Elementor there. Okay. And then we went to Appearance Menus, and we added this home by going to View All, clicked on the home page, and added that to menu. We also changed the name of the shop, changed the name of this, and then we dragged these two over underneath this one so that they're secondary menu items. We added a blog page. We went to pages. I can't remember if this I don't think it was here. I think we added a page. I think we hit add page. We called it blog and we published it. And then we went back to the menu and put it in the menu. Plus we also went to settings, reading, and we set up that our static front page was our home page and that our post page was the blog page. And then we changed this and we saved changes. Okay, in the last episode we were working on the users. Not sure if you caught this or not. And because I'm in a different domain now than I was last time, if you go to users, all users, you can see that I have this. And I showed you last time. I'm going to show you again, I guess, how to edit this, because this admin at notjustwids.com is a free email that you get with the hosting, but I don't like using that. I like using a Gmail. So in order to do that, we're going to edit this. And we're going to change the email right here. Boy. Put your Gmail in there. Mine is this at gmail.com. And then we're going to save that. So again, I talked in the beginning episode about this username. I'm going to update that email on that profile. Okay, and then you're going to go to your and you can see that I just got an email from them. NotJustWoods.com is requesting that I change that email in there. So we're going to click on that. And then if this is correct, please click the following link. We're going to click that and it's going to take us right back to that page. Right back to the user page. And you can see that the email's still changed the way I want it. So we're going to update that profile. And that's how to change the email address from the admin at notjustwoods.com to my axarist at gmail.com is my email I'm going to use for this tutorial. I'm going to go back to all users. Just discuss something really quickly. Okay, so this name is this for the user. If you have admin in here, make a new user. Make sure that they have this role of administrator. And then you can change the email, but get rid of that admin user. Because like I said, when you go to this, I'm logged in, so I gotta log out. Hold on. So let's log out. Okay, so when you go to this login screen, if you leave admin as a user in there and then just put a password with it, anybody has access to this. Because if I go to if I know this is a WordPress website and I click WP-admin, and you have admin left as a password here, anybody can get to this. And if they put admin here, that's a real big security no-no for your website. Okay, so that's why you want to get rid of that, because somebody trying to hack your website is halfway there if they know your username. And then at least this way they have to guess who the user is. That's not going to be so evident. So again, the first step in securing when you install WordPress for the first time, get rid of that admin and then make sure the new user, let's say, before you get rid of the admin, add a user here. User, email, first name, last name, the website's this one. Put your password in here. And then this, as a default, comes up as subscriber. You want to make sure if you ever want to get into the website and do anything, you want to make sure that's administrator down here. for the new user that you're making. And then you can delete the admin user. Okay. Any questions, leave them in the comments. Like I said, I'm going to link Canva free logo maker website, another website where you can get rid of the background from the free logo that you get. I'm also going to link to written instructions for everything we did on the video today. Okay, so leave a comment. Make sure you like and subscribe. See you on the next one.